Let's get straight into it. What's going on, everybody out there in YouTube world, YouTube land? I am Real Estate J, and
it's gonna be a cold summer.
Welcome to the Cold Summer Podcast. Let's get straight into this video of this is Club, or not Club Shay Shay, but Shannon Sharpe talking to Ocho about Adrian Peterson and how he blew over $100 million, man.
This, God damn, man. I don't even know what to say except what I already said. I don't even listen. The players today. I know, there are players probably in the chat. They're friends of mine that I know that come to me and they ask me for advice, and I try to give them as many examples as possible on ways to be smart with your money. Enjoy yourself. Especially, I got all these young dudes that I know that's coming up, getting ready to make hoo-ha's of cash. Crazy work. But I get it, bruh. Listen, you got to learn to be able to tell people no. You might be making 30, 40 million a year. This shit go fast, bruh.
No, you ain't making. If you making 30 or 40 million a year, you need to be making 80 million a year, because 40 million a year is 20 million a year. Now, when your agent get his 20%, now you cut that in half. Now you got, if you make that kind of money, you got staff. Ain't nobody making that kind of money that don't have a staff.
Right.
You know that, I know that.
Yeah.
Be it executive assistants, be it man.
All right. So I'm gonna break this up in two videos. I'm gonna make another one right here. But what Ocho has just said is super true, right? And we're not gonna talk about this just because it's Adrian Peterson and he made over $100 million. No. There's a lesson in everything in life. And this is a lesson that we're going to learn for the basic 9-to-5ers. See, look at Adrian Peterson's story as just another person who has a high-paying job. It's no different because, like I've said on this podcast before, it's about the money habits. You develop your money habits when you don't have money or while you're acquiring money. But what happens is if you have bad money management skills, or bad money habits is what I call it, you're just going to have even horrible money skills when you make, $1 million, 10, 12, or 100 million. It doesn't matter. You don't understand the basics of how money works. Let's put this in perspective, right? Because when I used to be, much younger, like teenage, and even in my 20s, when you hear these guys get these big contracts, I used to be like, oh man, like Steph Curry got $80 million or $100 million. Oh man, that's dope. But when you start to understand money, you're not so impressed anymore, because so what if they make millions of dollars? Yes, they got to pay a bunch of fees and taxes and stuff. But if they're not parking their money into investments, they're just going to be like us eventually. They're just going to be like an every average day Joe. That's why there's so many stories of athletes going broke within 5 years of them retiring. I just found out that the NFL athletes' career average is 3.5 years. So these guys are going to college. Some of them are finishing. Some of them are leaving 3 years in. And before they get to 28, 29 years old, these guys are done. These guys are in financial hell. The money does come fast when you're making it. Okay? But when you have to retire, as an average, I'm talking about everyday people here, you have to find a way to supplement that income, or you have to be acquiring assets along the way so that it can then take care of you. This is why I'm preaching while you're working on your 9-to-5. This is your best and opportune time to find a way to get into investments or some type of asset that pays you back. This is why I am working a 9-to-5, but I'm also invested into real estate, and I'm also a real estate agent. I'm trying to rack up as much real estate property as I can while I'm working my way up, so that when I retire, I can say to myself, all right, cool. I'm making $10,000 per month in real estate income. I'm good. Same thing with you. You got to park your money into something. Whether you're putting it into the stock market, in like your brokerage account, you're doing real estate, you're developing a business, online business, you have to put your money into something that is paying you back. Period. You cannot live off active income. All right. See, what Adrian Peterson was doing was living off of active income. As long as he was playing in the NFL, he was getting paid and he could blow money, and you can hide your money habits that way. But the thing about it is that you have to eventually come to your senses and understand you're spending money horribly. So when you're living off that active income, right? You're making it. If you get sick, you get injured, you got to take a leave of absence of some sort. Now you start to figure out, oh, wait, now money is the first thing on your mind because you only made it when you were punching the clock. Or when you get fired from your job, now you're like, oh, man, I don't have nothing. This is why I don't understand people who go out and buy all the latest cars. You got the big house, you got all this stuff, and you just got active income. You have to go and punch a clock for that money. And you have nothing to show for it when you got to retire. I think it's more embarrassing when you have to then go and work a regular job after getting paid on this high-end job because you just need a little bit of money for your fixed income. Or people that are young like myself that have made horrible financial decisions because they don't want to invest, but they got all the latest stuff on them. But they're on their way to financial turmoil. This is why I say, while you're on your 9 to 5, find an investment. Stop making an excuse and find one. Because money only works in 3 ways. And this is how I figured it out. And it really only works in 2 ways. But I'll give it 3. You can save money, which only is good as once you save it, you're good. Once you spend it, you're down to 0. You can spend it, which means your money's not coming back, and you can invest it. That is it.
Audio Jungle.
That's it. That's just the very, very small basics of just how money works on a high level end of it. It's up to you to find out how you can get your money to get invested. That's where you want to get to. Adrian Peterson has 0 investments. He's made over $100 million, and he's out there asking for a loan for $5 million. Because he doesn't know how any of his money works. And like I say, after every video, that this is chess, not checkers. I'm going to see y'all at work.
It's gonna be a cold